helpless. Yeah, Ryan told me it's like mind control. What is that? So there's a form of bliss that will work on humans.
And if you look into the light, you become like a zombie. And you just start walking towards the light. You can't hear anything, you can't see anything, you just have to get to the light. Your eyes glaze over.
Number 2, psychotronic weapon systems. These are electromagnetic devices that interface with consciousness and can deceive people very easily. Don't be deceived again.
For all we know, it could give off radiation that turns us into brain-dead zombies.
Oh my God! I knew this day would come! All right, you undead bastards, time to send you back to hell!
CMD, all zombie radio.
Those zombies have the Earthlings on the run.
God, I hope the zombies attack today.
Revolution begins.
That's the problem with this world. Too many people go overboard with what they believe.
Forget morality. Imagine it's true. Right? Imagine this technology being used. Now imagine it being used on you. Everything you believe, gone.
Isn't it awful when your journey grinds unexpectedly to a halt?
Kind of risky leaving it this late in the game.
I'll say it here, it's late in the game, might as well put it out there.
People across Britain are about to wake up to a whole new breakfast experience.
Speed around our corner of the universe. But one particular arcade attraction reveals much about these deadly objects.
Our solar system is kind of like a shooting gallery.
The world is like a ride at an amusement park, and when you choose to go on it, you think it's real, because that's how powerful our minds are. And the ride goes up and down and round and round. It has thrills and chills, and it's very brightly colored, and it's very loud, and it's fun for a while. Some people have been on the ride for a long time, and they begin to question, is this real, or is this just a ride? And other people have remembered, and they come back to us, and they say, hey, don't worry, don't be afraid, ever, because this is just a ride. And we kill those people. Shut him up. We have a lot invested in this ride. Shut him up.
Enter the game of your life.
But don't call asking what the object of the game is, figuring that out is the object of the game.
Supposed to. That's the objective of the game for Lister, you twonk.
Doesn't have to play out that way. I found a way to change the game.
The events that are going to occur, or follow the prophecies. One of the two.
Yet you think they're the ones who will bring it down upon us.
Exactly. Except for the extraterrestrials that I've been contacted with says, wake up guys, you're in a huge play.
It's a lie. What's a lie? Everything. Everything's a lie. Exactly. It's not real. What is it? Everything. We don't exist, Chris. Well, we do exist, but we don't. What? Actors, man. We're just being played by actors.
Alright, people, let's get down to the math. It is only three-dimensional thinking that limits our imagination.
Stop thinking in only 4 dimensions.
We have to let the rest of the crew know what's happening, that as long as they know they're in a dream, they can't be harmed.
Two superpowers want to start World War III. Mankind needs us. They'll turn on us. If we stop a war. Love a cockerel.
Lord, is my witness Bob one of these days?
In the near future, everyone will be offered their own personal virtual universe. This will be equivalent to heaven, which has been promised by religion. It will be a digital utopia, where things like crime, money, poverty, pain, and suffering will be a thing of the past. This digital heaven will be pushed by those individuals with the highest biotech augmentations in an effort to further increase their will to control the universe. This scenario cannot be achieved without a form of world unification. Separate religions will have to be brought down to herald in the birth of the digital utopian paradigm. All of the religions on the planet will harmonize when the people of the world are presented with a digital messiah that will be everything that everyone has been expecting. There will be a mass exodus from physical reality to virtual reality.
You disapprove of apotheosis. Artificial heaven.
Do was to buy the right piece of software that would recreate them. They'd be in the virtual world, yes, but you could visit them every day, talk to them, spend time with them again. Say the things that you'd always wished you'd said. Maybe ultimately we can even find a way to get them bodies in the real world.
With those that choose to adopt all these transformative technologies and those that choose to remain human. The transhumans will enjoy new added abilities and will continue seeking change by upgrading themselves so there's very little left in them we can still call human.
So, what is it you require to complete your little science project?
How do you know our name? We're the ancestors.
They call them the ancestors. Why would they say that?
According to Scott, they claim that their civilization was founded 2,000 years ago by the crew of the Destiny. They said it was in their historical archives. They even had copies of old Kino footage, and that's how they were able to recognize Scott and Greer.
How is it possible?
They had a destiny. They dialed inside a star, right? And the whole ship went back in time, what, 12 hours? When that happened, there was 2 of everyone. You, me, everyone. We thought that most of them died in the unstable wormhole trying to get back to Earth, but what if they didn't die? What if the wormhole sent them even further back? We know solar flares can do that. Cause a wormhole to loop back on itself and move through time.
Yeah, but it didn't loop back on itself.
There was no destiny here 2,000 years ago. The wormhole simply jumped to another gate in the vicinity. And this is unbelievable. Those people are our descendants.
Right. We didn't go back in time.
Well, no, not us exactly, but the other us. Same DNA. Oh, come on, am I the only person here who thinks this could be the coolest thing ever? Fine, don't you at least want to know what happened to them? How they survived and developed as a society?
You played a lot of SimCity as a kid, didn't you?
Actually, this is more like Sim Earth. Yes and no. There's a perfectly good explanation.
Well, the Testament did say that the Destiny might someday return.
The other me could have guessed we'd gone back in time.
They were looking for other viable planets because their homeworld was suffering some kind of a natural disaster. Volcanoes, earthquakes, or something like that, but I don't know. They said it was getting pretty bad.
And there was a fair amount of political tension.
Not surprising.
No. Oh, but get this. There were 2 predominant countries on Novus, each based on a distinct political philosophy.
The people in the expedition were all from one country called Tenera. They follow the teachings of this book, the Testament, which apparently some of us wrote.
Wait, Tenera? That's ancient. That means the land of the young.
Or the land of young. There was also another group of evacuees who blamed the other me for what happened. They thought Rush was still on board Destiny and would one day come and rescue them. Eventually, he became some kind of savior figure.